Hello, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today here in December of 2024, going into the holidays, or actually, we're already in the holidays. I'm recording this on December 13th, Friday, December 13th. And I want to share with you before we jump in that next week I will be doing a winter solstice journaling journey. This will be 3 days for 45 minutes each day, where we will come together and we will open our Akashic records together. And then we will have a little discussion about our topic of the day, do some journaling, go into breakout rooms so you can share with someone else, and then come back together to close together. So, if this speaks to you, if you would like to do some journaling with a group of people here in the holidays and the winter solstice energy, which is all about going within and rest and restoring and refreshing, we're going to be reflecting on 2024. Working on how to nourish and take good care of ourselves, and then our vision for 25. So I hope you'll consider joining me for that, and I will put the link in the show notes. So today we're going to be working on stress and talking about eating joyfully through the holidays. So I'm going to ask you to take a moment to close your eyes and just start taking a couple deep, nourishing breaths, getting centered and grounded and arriving. And maybe bring your hands to your heart and start thinking about someone you really, really love, human or animal, currently on the planet or not, but that someone special that when you think about them just really brings you into that space of love and joy and gratitude. And I'm focusing on my childhood pet, Mandy, at the moment. So childhood pets are great for this. So take a moment to really tune into who that is for you. And then really let yourself feel that energy, feel that love. And if this feeling has a color to you, tune into that color. I'm getting purple today. Often I get pink, but right now I'm getting purple. So then whatever color you get, imagine spreading it all throughout your body, filling up every single cell of your body with this love, this light, this energy of someone special in your life. Really anchoring that in all throughout your body, letting yourself really feel it. And let's take one more deep, nourishing breath together as we really anchor that in. Opening your eyes, coming back to here and now. So when I did this on holiday stress on Insight Timer on Tuesday, a lot of people were talking about family, toxic family members that they were going to be around this time of year. And that's one that I can identify with. So we're going to talk a little bit about what are the stressors, what are the things this time of year that cause you more stress. So obviously things speed up and slow down both in December. It's kind of weird. I mentioned the winter solstice is next week, and that's about slowing down. And yet a lot of people have a lot more obligations, a lot more things going on this time of year. There's financial stress, and that you're buying gifts and you're spending money and dealing with stores if you're, physically shopping or Amazon or whatever. Hopefully getting some local folks, buying some things from some local artist or whatever. So you're supporting local as much as you can. But anyway, I want to ask you to tune into what your stressors are. So as I'm tuning in, definitely family stuff. Oh, all the cooking, figuring out the meals, buying the food, all of that. And this time of year can be really sad and hard for some people. There's a lot of grief this time of year. It's not your imagination that more people pass this time of year. And at first I thought, no, that can't be true. But I've checked it out. My understanding is that really is true. And so a lot of people, excuse me, may be dealing with their first year of round of holidays without family members, or first or second year. In my case, I lost my parents long ago, so it's not as fresh, but everybody has people that aren't with them anymore this time of year. So that can be hard, that can be stressful too. So I want you to find what that stress is for you. Allow yourself to really tune into that. And then get a number of 0 to 10 of how stressed you are. And I'm saying stressed, but it may be how sad, how lonely, how overwhelmed, how frustrated. I mean, there may be a whole lot of different words for you. I'm just using stress to simplify, but find the right word for you. And then give it a number 0 to 10, 10 being super high, super stress, whatever your stress is. 0 is, I have none at all. This is my favorite time of year. So figure out what that is for you, get that number, and we're going to do some tapping on that. Hang on one second. So, I'm not going to go into the explanation of tapping. We're just going to do it today. So if you need to pause it and go back to my video on how to tap, go for it. There's many resources for how to tap, but we're going to assume you know what you're doing. So we're going to jump in. So going to the side of the hand, even though there is so much stress this time of year, and it just makes it hard for me to stay in a happy, upbeat mood. Maybe I have more financial concerns, or maybe just overwhelmed with so much to do, or maybe I'm missing someone really special now. And I'm choosing to allow myself to feel my feelings and to bring in some loving, calm energy. So even though this is a stressful time of year, the days are shorter and darker. The weather, it might be cold or ugly. There's so many things that can make this a rough time of year. And I'm allowing myself to acknowledge how I feel. And I'm also open to the possibility that with increased awareness, I can release and let some of this go. All right, we're going to go around the points, going to the eyebrow. So much stress this time of year. Side of the eye. So many reasons I might not be feeling my best. Under the eye. Maybe I'm missing someone special. Under the nose. Maybe there's a lot of financial concerns. Chin. So many things going on. Collarbone. I'm acknowledging how I feel and allowing myself to feel it. Under the arm. And yet I am remembering I don't have to stay stuck here. Top of the head. I am remembering that I get to choose what I am focusing on right now. Going to the eyebrow. Maybe I can focus on the family members I get to see. Side of the eye. Maybe I can focus on my blessings. Under the eye. And maybe I can remember that I am a blessing to others. Under the nose. And I am truly blessed in many ways. Chin. Maybe I can focus on what I am grateful for at this time of year. Collarbone. Maybe I can even remember the reason for the season. Under the arm. Maybe I can remember how precious life is. Top of the head. I'm choosing to focus on my blessings and on new possibilities. Back to the eyebrow. Maybe I can enjoy my family members, even those ones that require a little more love and grace and patience. Maybe I can be grateful for time with family, if you have family that you're with. Maybe I can be grateful for my health. Maybe I can be grateful for a warm home. And maybe I can remember to spread blessings to others. Maybe I remember to give to charities that matter to me. Maybe this is a time of year that I'm able to open my heart in new ways. And I am so, so grateful. So I'm going to invite you to put your hands over your heart and take a deep, nourishing breath here. And really anchor in that the possibilities, the blessings, the gratitude, all the reasons to feel good this time of year, all the reasons to feel blessed this time of year. Really tuning into that. And we're going to shift gears a little bit from talking about stress to talking about eating joyfully during the holidays. So I admit I meant to record eating joyfully through the holidays last week, and I made a scheduling mistake. I was teaching yoga instead. So I'm just bringing these two together. So this second half, let's see, we're at about 12 and a half minutes. So about 12 minutes in, we're shifting gears into talking about eating joyfully through the holidays. And what I mean by that is to let go of the guilt that there are things that you probably eat this time of year that you don't eat any other time of year. My example is fudge. I love making fudge. My mom used to make it, then I used to make it with her, and now I make it with my daughters. And so it's just, family tradition to make fudge. One time a year, I make fudge and I eat fudge, and I love fudge. So, what are your examples? What are the things that you do once a year and maybe you feel guilty about how much you eat? And I'm just asking you to kind of let go of the guilt and bring in the joy. So, Mark David with the Institute for the Psychology of Eating talks about how we metabolize food differently when we think about it differently. That if you have a burger and fries and you realize this isn't what I need for my body emotionally, mentally, physically, that this is really nourishing me today and nurturing me, then you can feel good about it. But if you eat that same burger and fries and you're eating it with, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm such a terrible person. By the way, what you eat is not a moral issue. It just isn't. So we're going to do a round or two of tapping on eating joyfully, really appreciating the special foods this time of year. Excuse me. So going to the side of the hand. So even though maybe I eat more this time of year, and maybe there are goodies around that I don't normally eat, I'm choosing to relax And I'm choosing to bring joy and love into whatever I choose to eat. So even though this is the time of year that most people eat a little more, I'm choosing to eat food with joy and pleasure, enjoying the foods that I only eat this time of year. And I'm releasing guilt. And I am so grateful for the opportunity to eat special foods this time of year. We're going to go ahead and go around the points, go into the eyebrow. Sometimes I feel guilty about what I eat. Side of the eye. And this time of year, there are so many special foods out. Under the eye. Maybe I overeat at Thanksgiving or other holidays. Under the nose. And I'm choosing to give myself some grace. Chin. I'm choosing to be gentle and understanding with myself. Collarbone. I'm remembering that there are special foods I only eat this time of year. Excuse me. Under the arm. And maybe they have special meaning to them. Top of the head. Maybe there are foods that allow me to really remember family members who have passed. And maybe I can cook these foods with love and gratitude and share these foods with my family and eat what I want to eat with joy and love. Allowing myself to feel the pleasure and enjoyment of these special foods. Being grateful for the opportunity to eat precious special foods this time of year. And I'm choosing to treat myself with love and respect. No matter how much I choose to eat, it's okay. And I am so, so grateful for the opportunity to eat with pleasure and joy this holiday season. So I'm going to ask you to put your hands over your heart and just take a moment. So I want to bring these two topics together. So I was talking about stress and I was talking about eating. So for those of us who handle stress with eating, that's an extra layer of opportunity this time of year. Let's look at it that way. So if you notice that you are turning to food to deal with your feelings about being with family members or any of the stressors we talked about earlier, give yourself some grace. Be gentle with yourself. Understand that that's, part of this time of year. And maybe you can make different choices. Maybe you can treat your body with love and respect. Eating, I gave you fudge as my example, eating one or two pieces of fudge with presence and pleasure and enjoyment instead of the guilt, and we'll all eat less. Maybe you will too. So I hope this was helpful for you to think about dealing with the stressors, going into situations that may be stressful with awareness and intention, and going into eating with awareness and intention, with an intention to have joy and pleasure and fun with family, with the foods that you're eating. So thank you so much for joining me. And remember, the winter solstice journaling journey is December 17th to the 19th. I will put the link in the show notes. So if you want to check that out and join us if it speaks to you. Blessings to you all. Namaste. Bye, everyone.